If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. I post a new Tom Brady video every day.
Tom Brady's coming back. Hey.
Yeah, this was stunning. This was not what I expected to happen.
How good do you think this team is going to be? Are they the team to beat?
You know, Jason Light, the GM, Bruce Arians, the head coach, they kind of kept in contact, and they sort of let it be known that, you know, if you change your mind, we'd still love to have you back.
Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. is back.
Sean McVay, coach of the Rams, he was asked about Tom Brady's decision to retire and then unretire this offseason. Here's what he said.
Sing it, man. Can we get this guy the hell out of this league?
That's what he said. What does Swagoo say?
I like that McVay curse. You know that. I like that so much. But I was thinking the same thing. The Rams, like, man, we done just re-signed Matthew Stafford. We got Aaron Donald to say we going to run it back. And the damn Grim Reaper show back up. And he show back up, and I know a lot of people going to want to go there that would have wanted to come to L.A. That was very appealing to try to come get them a championship. I'm sick of him too, McVay, but I love the fact that he back because I love watching Tom Brady play football. But everybody feel like you feel. The Reaper is back, and Sean McVay cursed to let everybody know.
Your worst nightmare is back.
When I talked to him on Sunday and said, it'd probably be helpful if this could get out at some point soon. So posted something online and social media, and and away we went.
Once it's gone, right? And he maybe he has one more year, and you don't ever want to look back with regret as well.
Do we see any decline in arm talent or just arm strength? Do we see it at all?
No, you still able to make throws.
I think I was a little more surprised that he retired, and it might have to do with why he's not retired now, and that is, Dan, he was playing as good a football as he has ever played. I mean, the tape shows it. The arm strength was certainly there. He led the league in passing, 5,316 yards, 43 touchdowns. Hell, they should have won that last game. He brought him back, down 24 or whatever it was. They tie it up with under a minute to go, and if not for some really bad defense down the stretch, the Rams kick the field goal and win, but if the Bucs win that game, they're hosting San Francisco, right? And maybe they go on and win the Super Bowl.
You can't really put into words or quantifications what Tom Brady means to this organization and the team, but it obviously helps when you're talking to other players that Tom Brady's your quarterback.
The quarterback that's coming back is not only a 7-time champion, but damn, he just threw for over 5,300 yards, 43 touchdowns, just 12 interceptions, okay?
I'm coming back for my 23rd season in Tampa. Unfinished business, LFG.
We were so close last year, and through all the injuries and everything, we still got there. It's that unfinished business of doing the job.
We've just never seen anything like him in what he's doing, and then to still have a career year like he did last year was bananas on top of it. So selfishly, I'm excited to see him play one more year at least. So I think it's amazing for football, and again, it's just historic.
Yeah, think of it, Alex Smith. I mean, when you got drafted, it was just mere year 5 for Tom Brady. That was it.
Yeah, exactly. And he's like Benjamin Button. I mean, I've got a chance to be around him more and more.
So it took Tom Brady about 40 days to learn what people like Michael Holley and I already know. We could have told you this, Tom, that stay-at-home dad, that work-from-home dad life ain't for everybody. And so Tom Brady is back.
Where's Jeff Darlington? Why didn't he break that news? Schefter, where are you?
God.
Oh, mum's the word from them.
I have been telling you from the start, there is no way he's going to stop now.
Players still typically like to play where they've been. A lot of these guys, they wanted to be here regardless, but having Tom come back, put it over the top.
Talking with Tom, it was just like, hey, let's try to get the band back together and go out and try to win football games. Tom is probably the greatest recruiter of all time, so we'll see what happens.
And this is a crazy business where you find different markers to focus on that you kind of forget about it for now, what you've done, and you got to focus on what you're trying to still do and still accomplish.
Stenny, obviously in the Super Bowl run, he stepped in, and there was little to no drop off when he stepped in when Alex got hurt. We have great coaching staff with Goody and Joe, and obviously a great front office. So I'm sure we'll be back to firing full cylinders relatively quickly.
He was as healthy as you could be at 44.
He broke the internet when he came back on and said he was
coming back, and you used all caps to text me and said, "Thank God."
You know, Tom Brady can still sling it. You know, he can still do it.
This is unprecedented. Nobody has ever played this long, this well, at this or any position in professional football. So there's no blueprint for this. There's no roadmap for this. So I understand how an MVP runner-up could go home, watch the league go on without him and say, yo, man, I ain't ready yet. Babe, I'm sorry. I'm not ready yet.
You're going to have a long season next year.
I'm not.
Woo!
I was so happy for you because I know that you were honestly super upset when he announced that he was leaving.
The day after he retired, I think it was my second podcast. I spent like 2/3 of the podcast just pouring my guts out about how I just can't wrap my head around this. I definitely can't wrap my heart around this because it makes no sense.
You know, we all have kind of arcs, and he certainly declines at the end. We've seen a lot of them. You know, you look at Drew Brees and Big Ben at the end, these Hall of Fame careers that, you know, like Tom just, in some ways, I think he's better. I mean, you know, he never was like a fleet of foot anyway, and he can still throw the ball all over the field. He's obviously incredibly smart. He takes care of his body, and then I even, you know, you get around him, and I'm like, he just his skin and his hair, like the guy just is a good defying, you know, time. So. He's an anomaly, that's for sure.
There's a lot of things going on. But I did think right away of guys like Mike Evans, Devin White. I mean, geez, can you imagine? They're just like, oh, kind of like how I've been feeling for the last 2 weeks, like super sad. And then all of a sudden it's like, boom, here we go.
And then came a whole new look to the Tampa offense because voila, guess what? Oh, there's motion. Oh, there's screen passes now. And Brady said, this is what I do. You got to let me do it. And you got to basically let me call it at the line of scrimmage, which they started to do. And voila, they won the Super Bowl in his first year in Tampa.
From the very beginning, he never talked or acted or behaved like a retired NFL player. So I guess I'll just say, man, this is kind of where being naive kind of pays off every once in a while, because I just never bought into the idea that he was seeking attention, or bought into the idea that he was just trying to manipulate the media or tell his story his way and control the narrative, if you will. I just always saw somebody who was torn and who it felt like he was holding up a deal that he had made privately with his wife and his family. And I understand it. I get it.
Woo-hoo! It's back. I thought I was going to have to retire it.
Seriously, now we're back in business. I mean, the whole summer outlook has changed. I mean, we got to make champions.
So I guess I'll start, Michael, by saying hats off to Giselle and the kids for allowing us to continue to receive the gift that is the greatness of Tom Brady.
Thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe as I post a new Tom Brady video every day.